Okay. So, Chris Clark, how have you experienced the climate change here?
Well, actually, I can give you quite a good example of how I've experienced climate change here. When I first came to the Jerry River in 1984, and I came back every year between 1984 and 1990. And in 1990, the people asked me to do something to help them, and we had the idea of creating a protected area, and they brought me here to the Shishrine. This was 1990. 1991 was a year of preparation of creating the association and buying the free holdings that the people had here and pulling them together in the association. And in the very beginning of 1992, we were ready to... I did a project with Survival Anglia. I'd made a contract with Survival Anglia to make an 18-month film project here. And they made it. It's a film called Creatures of the Magic River.
Wow.
It's actually a very nice film made by Nick Gordon, and Gordon Buchanan was his young assistant. You've probably seen Gordon Buchanan. He's in a lot of wildlife. Nick Gordon died.
Yeah, well actually, can I just say one thing about Gordon Buchanan?
Yeah.
I actually got to meet him and interview
From the island of Mull.
Yes, yes.
His very first job in the wildlife business was here in the Shishrine. He was 17 years
Really?
old. Long hair, and he came as Nick's assistant. So anyway, getting back to climate change.
Yes.
Carlito was the only person living here with his family when we came here in 1990. And in 1992, we said to him, you know, we want to build a place where we can stay, where we can start developing things here. Where would you suggest? And he suggested over here, because his grandfather had a community here. So his grandfather, his father, and Carlito, that's 3 generations. And he suggested that we build here because it never flooded. And it's actually out the back there. You can still see the remains of our original settlement here.
Yeah.
It never flooded. This was 1992. Between 1992 and 2006, the land here around Armaloka went underwater twice. At the very peak of the high water season, it went underwater twice. So we found ourselves with water around our houses twice for like 10 days, 2 weeks in 14 years. Starting from 2006 to 2013, it went under every single year, and it went more and more and more under. The water level was like higher and higher every time, to the point that in 2008 we had to abandon that because there was months of the year that it was just completely flooded and you couldn't live in there anymore because you'd be living in water. So we had to move things to higher land over there, and I decided to stay over here, but I had to build a much higher house. And now this is what we've seen here is a rising water level. If that's cyclical, I would be surprised, because it was passed from grandfather to father to son, who was already of a certain age when we got here, saying that this land had never flooded. So I would say that the biggest effect that we've seen here is the rising water levels during the high water season.
Okay.
Which causes problems.
Oh, I see. So, Chris Clark, do you have any ideas to slow down climate change?
Well, slowing down deforestation or stopping deforestation in the Amazon would have a major effect on the climate, not only in the Amazon but all over South America, because they have discovered and proven that exists now what they call air rivers, which is basically evaporation from the Amazon rainforest goes up into the atmosphere, and it's a lot of water, and it then flows down south to all the way down to Sao Paulo, northern Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay, and that's what regulates the rainfall down there. By cutting down more and more of the Amazon, they've already started to interrupt these air rivers, and that's having disastrous consequences in other parts of the continent of South America, where now every summer in the south of Brazil they just have flooding all the time. They don't have a summer anymore, they just have a flooding season down there now. So stopping deforestation in the Amazon would mitigate the effects here, but also in many other parts of South America. I don't think that these currents can go north and cross the equator. But I think that because we're south of the equator, the most of the Amazon rainforest is south of the equator, they influence greatly weather all across the southern part of South America as well.
Yeah. And Chris Clark, what do you love about your life?
Well, if I was to sum it up in one word, what I
Okay.
love about my life, it would be the non-conformity.
Okay.
I don't have to conform to any model. I can quite happily be a minority of one.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't have anybody telling me what to do. I've invented my life and I
Yeah.
do whatever I want. So
Yeah.
I would say the non-conformity.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.